This is ANN News Brief.
Good morning, I'm Lucy Adeyemi. Hundreds of lawyers and doctors in Tunisia have gone on the street to protest against a new law that will force them to disclose their salaries as part of a government bill to raise taxes. The North African countries under pressure from foreign donors to increase tax revenues to cut a budget deficit. Parliament passed a bill on Monday that will allow the government to force doctors and lawyers to disclose salaries. Currently, professional secrecy rules protect both professions from doing this. Officials say some of those rules to avoid paying tax by understanding their actual income. Some lawyers staged a brief strike in several courts on Monday. A government official says the law will create more tax transparency and ensure justice if doctors and lawyers pay their fair share of tax. The United States said its new strategy for Africa will now focus on checking the growing influence of China and Russia. National Security Advisor John Bolton laid out the new strategy in remarks at the Heritage Foundation, saying the U.S. will now choose its African partners more carefully. He accused China and Russia of carrying out predatory practices that could drive African countries deeper into debt and stunt the growth of their economies. Bolton also said U.S. interests are threatened by China and Russia's growing influence on the continent. He took special aim at China, accusing it of wielding bribes, opaque agreements, and the strategic use of debt to hold states in Africa captive to Beijing's wishes and demands. He also alleged Russia is seeking to increase its influence in the region through corrupt economic dealings. Bolton said U.S. aid will now be used as a sharp refocus of its Africa strategy to counter the competition, and the country will demand faster and more tangible results. The immediate casualties will include UN peacekeeping missions whose impact the U.S. has questioned. Stay with us. Be back after this short break.
MTN gives 2,000% bonus for reactivating your MTN SIM. That's right. If you haven't used your MTN SIM for 45 days or more, recharge now and get 2,000% bonus. That's right, 2,000% bonus for your first recharge of every month.
Uganda's plan to produce the first oil from resources in the west of the country within 3 years could be delayed. Pipeline investors say they want an increase in the fees for transporting the crude. In 2016, Uganda opted to build a pipeline to transport oil from the region around Lake Albert to the port of Tanga in Tanzania, saying it was more cost-effective than the original scheme to export oil from Lamu in Kenya. Uganda has discovered more than 6 billion barrels of oil, which is being developed by Total of France, Chinese energy group CNOOC, and the Irish firm Tullow. The oil companies are funding one-third of the cost of building the 1,400 kilometers pipeline. They have asked for a higher field despite an existing agreement to cap it at $12 per barrel. The demand will test the government because it fears higher transport costs would undermine profits from selling the oil to customers abroad. The issue could delay the first oil exports planned for 2021. That's ANN News Brief. Thanks for watching. For details on these and other stories, visit our website, annafrica.net. Also join the conversation on Facebook, facebook.com/ANNAfricaTV, Instagram and Twitter at ANNAfricaTV. I am Lucy Adeyemi.